Crazy God story. If you struggle with lust or porn or any other sin at all, you need to check this out. One time I got a DM from a guy named Luke who said, Chris, for 15 years, I have been struggling with an addiction to porn. I can't quit no matter how hard I try. I want to get close to God, but I just can't get over this. He felt too dirty, guilty, and ashamed to have a relationship with God, and he felt like if he could just get past that addiction, that he could get close to God and have a relationship with him. And so I shared with him Hebrews 4:15 and 16, which tells us that Jesus was tempted in every way we were, but never sinned, and so he understands our weakness, and then goes on and says, therefore, let us go boldly to the throne of grace so we can obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. I explained to him that the problem wasn't his behavior, it was his heart. The reason that people struggle with sin is because there's something in their heart that's not right, and we don't have the ability to change our heart. That passage in Hebrews is telling us that when we're struggling with sin, we don't need to try and clean ourselves up in order to get close to God, but as we get close to God, He cleans us up. One of the most clear teachings in the Bible is that we can't overcome sin in our own strength. It takes the work of God in us to give us the ability to change. Philippians 2:13 says it's God who works in us, giving us the desire and the ability to do the things that please Him. 2 Corinthians 3 teaches that as we spend time in the presence of God, He makes us a reflection of His glory. He makes us more like Jesus. Ephesians 1:6 actually tells us that God makes us acceptable to Himself through His Son, Jesus. Here's the thing. You don't have the ability to get close to God by cleaning yourself up because you can't clean yourself up on your own. As you live in a relationship with God and get close to Him, He changes your heart, which empowers you and enables you through the power of the Holy Spirit for you to change the way that you live. Your actions and behavior changing are a result of God changing your heart. So I talked to Luke about all of that, and I didn't hear from him again until a month later, and he said, Chris, I stopped hiding from God and being afraid of Him. And when I was struggling with giving into that addiction to porn, I started running boldly to God, and now I am completely free from porn. That was after 1 month. Now, this conversation with him happened years ago, and now he's actually married with a baby, and for the last 3 or 4 years has been completely free from porn. One of my really good friends, Matt McAfee, wrote this book right here called How to Be Free. In this book, he gives clear, practical, biblical steps on how to achieve freedom from porn and lust and sin. He shows you not only how to get the freedom that you have been fighting for and failing to obtain, but how to get the intimacy with God that you've been craving.